A warrior acts. Only a fool reacts. Let that sink in for a moment. This isn't just a clever play on words. It's a fundamental truth that separates those who shape their destiny from those who are forever at the mercy of it. The warrior is deliberate. He moves with purpose, grounded in clarity and discipline. He does not wait for the storm to determine his next move. He's already prepared, already positioned, already decided. The fool? He waits. He hopes. He reacts only after life punches him in the mouth. He's always a step behind, scrambling, emotional, and vulnerable. Here's what difference. When you act, you're in control. You choose your moves. When you react, you hand that control to the world, to circumstances, to other people's decisions. This applies to every single part of your life right now. In your career, the warrior doesn't wait until his job becomes unbearable to start building skills or seeking better opportunities. He's proactive, learning, networking, positioning himself for the next step before he needs to. The fool waits until he's fired, blindsided, or desperate, and then wonders why the market isn't kind to him. In your health, the warrior doesn't wait for a diagnosis to start eating clean and training his body. He builds strength before it's demanded of him. He chooses to sweat in peace so he won't bleed in war. The fool waits until his body is screaming for help before he makes changes, and often the damage is already done. In relationships, the warrior doesn't wait for conflict to take over before expressing love, gratitude, or commitment. He nurtures connection daily. He understands that silence and neglect are also actions, and they have consequences. The fool waits until things fall apart, then reacts with panic or empty promises. So here's the core lesson. Acting is rooted in intention. Reacting is rooted in emotion. When you act, you're operating from choice. When you react, you're operating from impulse. Think about the greatest warriors throughout history: the samurai, the Spartans, the Navy SEALs. None of them are trained to simply respond when something happens. They're trained to anticipate, to prepare, to strike at the moment of their choosing, not when the enemy dictates. And this mindset is available to you right now, no matter where you are in life. How to train yourself to act instead of react. Have a clear mission. A warrior knows what he stands for and what he's moving toward. Without a mission, you will always be at the mercy of someone else's. Define your goals and values clearly. Write them down, revisit them often. Slow the gap between stimulus and response. When something happens, train yourself to pause. Count to 3, breathe. Ask yourself, what outcome do I want here? This space is where the shift from reacting to acting happens. Train for scenarios before they happen. In your mind, rehearse challenges you might face: financial setbacks, tough conversations, health obstacles, and pre-plan your moves. This is mental armor. Strengthen your emotional discipline. A fool lets anger, fear, or excitement dictate their actions. A warrior channels those emotions into strategic moves. Practice self-awareness daily: meditation, journaling, or simply checking in with yourself when you feel triggered. Move first when you can. Don't wait for permission, the right time, or someone else to go first. If you see an opportunity, take it. If you need to fix something, start now. Speed is a weapon. Why this matters more than ever today. We live in an age of constant reaction. News alerts, social media, text messages, email, everything is designed to trigger a reaction from you, to keep you emotionally hooked, to keep you responding instead of deciding. If you let that become your normal state, you are no longer the author of your own life. You're a character being written by other people's agendas. A warrior opts out of that trap. He chooses what gets his attention. He decides what deserves his energy. He acts based on his mission, not on the chaos of the moment. Here's the truth. Life will always throw punches. People will always test you. Circumstances will always shift without warning. You cannot control all of that, but you can control whether you are caught flat-footed or already standing with your sword drawn. Imagine two people facing the same sudden crisis. The first, the fool, scrambles. He panics. He lets fear take over. His energy goes into reacting to what has already happened, not shaping what comes next. The second, the warrior, breathes. His mind is already trained. He draws on preparation, discipline, and clarity of purpose. He makes a move, not because the crisis forced him to, but because he already decided how he would respond long before it arrived. Which one do you want to be? Your warrior call to action. Stop giving your power away. Stop waiting for life to hit you before you start moving. Today, right now, take one decisive action toward the life you want. Start the project you've been thinking about. Call the person you've been meaning to reconnect with. Sign up for the class, the program, the training. Set the boundary you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, act. Don't let the next chapter of your life be written by circumstance. Write it yourself. Remember, a warrior acts. Only a fool reacts. Your future self is watching the choice you make today. Make it worthy of the warrior you're becoming.